Hi everybody, my name is Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
I'm Jason.
And we're the YHWH Torah YouTube channel, and it's Sukkot.
It is Sukkot, and does anyone feel okay?
No, I am very tired, honestly.
Do you feel okay, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so everybody spent the night in the tents. Everybody had, with the dogs, the first night we've ever been able to do Sukkot like this. We've shredded some tents before. We've had some issues. We started off with 10 pit bulls. Now we have 9 pit bulls. And with the one gone, it seems like we are able to somewhat accomplish this mission. What did you guys think? How was your night out with the cows out in the middle of the jungle, out in the middle of South America?
All right, so my tent consisted of mostly 2 dogs,
Okay.
Nora and Leo. But Leo is like, he likes to throw little fits and stuff, so he's crying all night. In the
And
tent.
it's
And our
not
tent
little
is-
fits. This dude's 100 and some pounds.
So he throws himself around as he does it. But he would not lay down for the longest time. Nora went to sleep pretty quickly, but he was not down with it. He was not cool with it. And our tent was a bit small.
Bit small. Jade, how was your experience?
It was good mostly.
I know you said you had a rock under you. Did you?
Yeah, no, I
This
had
was
to-
straight to the ground.
I had to-
everyone. Sleeping bags to the ground.
Instead of the tent, I didn't see anything there, but then I like there's just something really hard. And it feels like a rock. It's like right in my ribs. So I moved over. I went corner to corner. These tents are like, I think they're 4x5. I think is what they are.
Yeah, you guys.
And they're small. I'm a little over
They're not
6
meant
foot.
for people more
So
than
I'm
like
trying to go corner to
4.5
corner.
Did you know they were meant for dogs? They're called pup tents.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
The boys had really small tents, real small pup tents.
Yeah,
So I had the biggest tent out of
Not
the
Eli.
three of us.
Why did you have the biggest tent, Eli?
So I had 3 dogs.
No, but really, why'd you end up with the biggest tent?
Greed.
Greed.
I called it first.
He called it first. So you had the biggest tent, and so what was life in the big tent?
I had 3 dogs. It was kind of comfortable. Josh, he was very bad. Every time he'd hear a slight noise, he'd start barking or growling. And we had a cow right on the other side of the fence of us. And she was laying down, and every time she'd go and breathe out really loud, and it would just set him off so badly.
Yeah, so I don't know if we got any sleep much at all.
I think we went to bed at like 11. Like finally, everyone was still down at like 11, and then like 1:30, they're all going crazy again.
Woke up at 3.
It
Yeah.
was like it was like a few hours here and there.
Well, there you go. Happy Sukkot, everybody. That's
Yeah.
the story from the jungles, and we are clipping it up with you guys, and we are reading the book of Hosea today. And let us go into let's recap a little bit about what we are doing here. We are talking about captivity. We're talking about coming out of captivity. We're talking about freeing ourselves from this world system. And the only way that we're ever going to free ourselves from this world system is by coming into covenant with our Creator. Coming into covenant begins in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And it doesn't really end in Revelations, but it definitely reiterates it more into Revelations of Revelation 14:12, that the people that are saved, the Yah's people, are the people who keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. They keep the Torah. And they have the faith of Jesus the Christ. And his Hebrew name is Yeshua, Yahushua. And so it is a two-way road that we all have to be on to find this kingdom and to find this walk. And so this is why we are reading the book of Hosea, to try to get just get everybody in sync with Yah's plans and Yah's ways. Now, before I begin, I want to quickly talk a little bit about this scriptures that we have right here. Now, the scriptures is called the Scriptures of Yah Scriptures, and it is a brand new translation that is out there. It is a couple different bases when you get through it, because you have the 66 books, and then you also have the 37 books. And we are doing pre-orders for them right now, but not today. On Shabbat and any kind of holy days, you will not be able to buy things on our website because we will shut that off. We have a little vacation plug-in that we're going to be setting up for Shabbat. So every kind of Shabbat, we turn that off so we're not actually able to buy or sell on Shabbat. But we're taking pre-orders for this right now, and we're hoping to have these inside of roughly about 5 months. And this is probably one of the greatest translations ever out there. And right now, there's a lot of us right now. I think about 12 or 13 of us that are being the final astute students, and we are going through these scriptures for the final last reads. And I think we're going to actually read through this twice. Mr. Jade, yesterday, what did you read through? How many books did you read through on the first day of Sukkot, or Shabbat, I guess, is where we were at? You read through a lot of the New Testament. I made it through Acts. I very diligently went through Acts very slowly. I found a couple of little minor things that were tweaked out. We're finding little minor things here and there. We're dealing with 1.4 million words, and so it is a blessing at the very end that we have a lot of friends that are helping out. I also like to give a big shout out to Ruby. Ruby is our little astute Torah scribe as well. She has jumped in here. Miss Diane is in here, and we have Trish and a lot of other folks that are in there. So everybody who's helping us read these for the final times, thank you guys very, very, very much. It is a really, really good translation. And so after today, we'll be able to order again from the website, and it's a limited number. We don't know exactly how many we're going to get, but it will be very limited, very first round on this, just to get our feet wet on this. And the hopes and dreams is that this will be a self-funding prison ministry, that it will be a one-for-one scriptures when we are done, that we are able to, for every scriptures that somebody purchases, one full scriptures of 103 books, large print, will be able to be shipped into the prisons. And so this is what our hopes and dreams are. We will be the only transparent people out there, because we will show you guys the bank records. We will show you guys all of this kind of stuff that we're doing to make sure it's transparent, because it seems like every single person that gets touching these scriptures becomes corrupted, and it just becomes very, very evil. And so we want to be those people that it does not become evil. And it's actually our entire mission is not to become evil on this and understand where people have failed. And so right now we are going to go into the book of Hosea. And my little bookmark right there did not work, but that was from this little PDF program. All right, we are on chapter 11. Gentlemen, are you guys making it through the day?
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's 6:28 this morning. It was a little earlier this morning than normal because the dogs.
Jerry's in here.
Jerry's in
Real
here.
loud.
He is. Jerry's he's calling the battle cry this morning and got everybody up out of the tents. Okay, here we go. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Chapter 11. When Yisrael was a child, I loved him, and out of Mitzrayim I called my son. They called to them, so they went from their face. They slaughtered to the Baals and burned incense to carved images. And I taught Ephraim to walk, taking them by their arms, but they did not know that I healed them. I drew them with ropes of man, with cords of love, and I was to them as those who take the yoke from their neck. And I bent down, fed them. No, let him return to the land of Mitzrayim, and let Ashur be his sovereign, because they refused to repent. And here, this is the same message that we are all in today, right? This isn't a message for everybody in the outside. If we want to come into the covenant, if we want to come into our Creator's ways, we must repent, right? We need to turn from our evil ways. We need to understand what sin is, and there's no way you will ever understand what sin is unless you're reading scriptures. When you are doing what our Deuteronomy 6 says, which is to write the laws, statutes, and commandments upon our hearts, upon our minds, upon our souls, and that it's everything. We're supposed to bind it up on our eyes. It's supposed to be so important to us that every last moment of our day is about it, right? When that is the mission, when that becomes the goal of our lives, when that becomes the way of us, then we are in covenant with our Creator, and we will understand that when we violate one of these laws, we gotta stop, right? And if you don't know what the Torah is, you won't know what sin is. The only way that we know what sin is through the Torah. So that's why it's very important that we all are very astute in Torah. Okay, 6. And the sword shall whirl in his cities, and it shall demolish his gate bars and consume because of their counsels. My people are bent towards backsliding from me. Though they call to the Most High, he lifts none of them up. How could I give you up, Ephraim? How could I hand you over, Yisrael? How could I make you like Admah? How could I place you like Zeboim? My heart turns within me. All my compassion is kindled. I shall not let the heat of my wrath burn. I shall not, that sounded weird. I shall not let the heat of my wrath burn. I wonder why he says that. I shall not turn to destroy Ephraim, for I am El, and not man, the Kadosh one in your midst, and I shall not come in enmity. Let them follow Yahuwah. Like a lion he roars. When he roars, then sun shall tremble from the west. They shall tremble like a bird from Mitzrayim, and like a dove from the land of Ashur. And I shall let them dwell in their own houses, declares Yahuwah. Ephraim has surrounded me with lying, and the house of Yisrael with deceit. But Yehudah is still wandering with El, and is true to the Kadosh one. All right, gentlemen, and folks out there, final thoughts on this?
I think we're talking about like heat of his wrath. I think he's saying like he's not gonna like destroy them and kill them all. I think he's talking about like just send them away in captivity, get them a chance to repent, because I think if he wanted, he could just wipe them all away, be gone, and start a new tribes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he could definitely raise people out of rocks, right? I mean, we've heard that from the prophets before. That's what our Creator has. He has the ability to do all of this, and that's why we should be in line with our Creator. That's the thing is we may not be able to see our Creator. We may not be able to understand His ways, but we can look around at creation, look around at everything, look at yourself in the mirror, and look at the design that you're set up to be perfectly designed in every way, shape, and form. Our noses are not on our backside. Our hands, we're not walking on hands, where we have the ability to stand up and the ability to breathe without having to think about it, right? Imagine a world where you had to think about blinking, or you had to think about any of this stuff. You would go to bed, and if somebody didn't keep you awake, you would die if you couldn't remember to breathe, right? All of the things that we need to stay alive have been given to us, and we've been given a beautiful life. We've been given a beautiful soul. We've been given an opportunity, 120 years, to prove ourselves that we are loyal to our Creator who designed us, who looked at every single one of us in our eyes before He threw us down into the birthing womb. He knew us. He knew what we had become. He knew the number of our hairs. He knows how many freckles you have, how many moles you have. He is the ultimate designer. And He's worthy of all of our praise, and He is worthy of all of our attention, and He's worthy of all of our obedience. And so, guys, we hope that you guys are having a wonderful Sukkot, if that's the calendar you guys are on, if you're on a different calendar, and you're still keeping Sukkot, I would like to salute you for being obedient to our Creator. I've come to the determination we're not all going to be able to figure out the same calendars at the same time, and there's a lot of us that are trying very, very hard. So Messiah's going to get this all figured out for us. He will show us the way forward, and until then, we love you guys very, very much, and we will see you again.
All right, Shalom.